After many years have passed since Ram's Rajyabhishek, everyone in Ayodhya was living happily in the Ram Rajya. One day, a dhobi or a washerman comes to Ram's court, dragging his wife along and demanding justice. He alleges that his wife had spent the last night in someone else's house. As such, he cannot accept her anymore. Further taunting Ram, he says that he was no king who can keep a wife even after she was with Ravan for a long time. Ram, unable to take this mockery and to set an example to his people, orders the banishment of Sita. Meanwhile, Sita, after spending so many years in the jungle, was now surrounded by a palace and wanted to see the jungle once more. She was unaware of all the politics going on in the court. As Lakshman was assigned the task to abandon Sita in the jungle, he takes her there on the pretext of just visiting the woods. Once they reach the dense forest, a tearful Lakshman informs her of the banishment and deserts her. Unable to take this humiliation and unjust punishment by her beloved husband, Sita decides to end her life. As she was about to jump off a cliff, she is saved by Maharshi Valmiki, who happened to live nearby. He takes Sita to his hermitage and offers her to stay there as a daughter to him. Sita accepts and stays in Valmiki's hermitage. Unknown to Ram, at the time of banishment, Sita was pregnant. Eventually, in Valmiki's hermitage, she gives birth to twin sons of Ram. They are named Lava and Kush by Valmiki himself. Both Lava and Kush become disciples of sage Valmiki. He teaches them Shastras and ancient scriptures and Shastra Vidya, the knowledge of arms. He also teaches them to recite the Ramayana written by Valmiki himself. As years pass by, Ram plans to perform the Ashwamedh Yajna. During this ceremony, a horse is set free with a plaque on its chest reading, "Any land on which this horse steps belongs to King Ram of Ayodhya. If you wish to challenge this, then you have to fight his army." Shatrughan, the youngest brother of Ram, was leading this army following the horse. The horse roamed around many lands. Many kings peacefully accepted Ram as their overlord and pledged allegiance to him. The ones who challenged the horse were defeated by Shatrughan. In this way, Shatrughan won over many lands in the name of Ram. Now it was time to conclude the Ashwamedh Yajna and the horse was needed back. But the horse had wandered into the woods near Rishi Valmiki's ashram. In the meantime, Valmiki had travelled to Panchavati with his disciples, leaving Lava and Kush in charge of his hermitage. Young Lava Kush were very excited to see the horse and they captured it just for fun. Lava Kush challenges Shatrughan and his army to battle. Even though Shatrughan was unwilling to fight mere kids in the beginning, he ends up losing his life and all his army to the might of these two little warriors. The news of the death of mighty Shatrughan devastates Ram, and he orders Bharat and Lakshman to bring these two boys to him. When Bharat faces them, a fierce battle ensues, but Lava Kush managed to eliminate each and every one of them. When Ram hears about this, he himself goes to battle the kids, along with all the remaining army. Ram sees that these two boys look much like him, and he inquires about their parentage. But Lava Kush has never known the name of their father. So, instead they provoke Ram to fight them. Again, Lava Kush manages to eliminate everyone and win the battle. As a prize for their victory, they collect all of Ram's ornaments and his bow. Also, they had never seen any Vanar before. They are amused by these monkey men. So they tie up Hanuman and take him to show to their mother. When they tell Sita all that they had done and show their exploits, she gets terrified and ashamed at the same time. Finally, Sita tells Law Kush who their real father is and how Hanuman had saved her in Lanka. Both Law and Kush feel ashamed and guilty now. In the meantime, Maharshi Valmiki, who was returning from Chitrakoot, comes across the battleground and sees the dead bodies all around, including Ram and his brothers. Valmiki assures Sita that he can bring all of them back to life and asks her to return to the ashram with her sons. Valmiki performs a yajna and produces the Mrityu Jivi Jal, a life-giving water. As this water is sprinkled on the fallen soldiers, they all come back to life. Valmiki requests Ram to return to Ayodhya and complete his Ashwamedh Yajna. Valmiki congratulates Love and Kush on their great courage and skill. He also teaches them that this courage and skill should not be flaunted like this, but only used in dire circumstances. He takes them to Ayodhya to sing the Ramayana in front of all who had gathered for the Ashwamedh Yajna. In Ayodhya, Love and Kush amaze everyone with their singing. Finally, when Ram asks them again about their parentage, they tell him that their mother is Sita. An emotional and extremely happy Ram immediately sends for Sita to be brought back to the palace. When Sita arrives in the court of Ayodhya, the question of examining her purity is raised again. She refuses any more trials as she had already gone through the test by fire in Lanka. Dejected at being humiliated, tricked and banished as she was, she calls for her mother, the Mother Earth, to come and save her honor. Mother Earth was Sita's real mother, where King Janak had found her and adopted her. Hearing Sita's plea, the earth cracks open and the great mother emerges from it. Before Ram could stop her, Sita steps inside and is consumed back into the earth.